Hey, welcome back to our channel Coding Clean. And today I'm going to talk about the remaining data types that are available in C++ language. So I've already opened dev C++. I'm going to create a new source file and we are going to write the basic skeleton for our program. Include iStream using namespace std int main void and then return 0. This is the basic skeleton. Now we are gonna talk about the character data type. Remember that the character data type is used to store a single character, just one character. And in order to declare a character variable, you have to type in small letters Char, char, and then give a name to the character variable. Let's call it letter. And then assign a value, just one character, and it has to be enclosed in single quotation marks. So I'm going to say capital B, right? Remember, it has to be enclosed in single quotations as you see right here. That's it. This is the character variable. It can store just one character. And if I create another character variable, let's call it symbol. And let's say I want to store the underscore, or let's say the @ symbol. You have to enclose it in single quotation mark. So you can store any character that is available on the keyboard. And in order to display the values of these character variables, we are going to use the cout statement, cout, then type the name of the variable, letter, and then endl. Similarly, I am going to type cout again, and then symbol, endl, right? Save changes, give your program a meaningful name. I'm going to call it character.cpp, and I'm going to compile the code. There are 0 errors and 0 warnings, so I'm going to run it. So the first character that we store in the letter variable is B, and the second is @ symbol. That's it. The only thing you must remember, type Char in small letter and assign the value a single character in single quotation mark. There is another data type which is called string, and string can store sequence of characters. If you want to store more than one character, then you have to use the string variable. So I'm going to type string, all small letters, and I'm going to call it, let's say, first name of some student, and then we use double quotation for string, right? And then we say Ali, for example. So it stores more than one value, more than one characters, ALI in double quotation mark. Remember, the character is enclosed in single quotation, whereas the string value is enclosed in double quotation. And if someone asks you what is a string, it's a sequence of characters. And in order to display the value of this string variable, we are going to say cout, type the name of the variable, and then endl. Save changes, recompile the code. There are 0 errors and 0 warnings, and execute the program. Right? So we have capital B, @ symbol, and then the string value. So these are the two very important data types that we normally use in C++ program. Let's talk about float and double next. So I'm going to remove this code and I'm going to type float. A float and double. Remember, float and double are the two data types which are used to store fractional value or a value which contains a decimal point, right? So for example, I'm going to say pi, I'm going to call it pi 3.14, and then you have to put f at the end, right? That's it. And double, for example, and some other value, and we're gonna store some bigger value in that. And you don't have to put d or anything else in the value of the double, right? And then we are going to display the values. Pi and L, and then cout value and L. Save changes, recompile the code, and execute the program. And as you can see, the first value is float and the second is double. Float takes 4 bytes in memory, double takes 8 bytes in memory. Float data is not very precise. The precision is only 7 digits after the decimal point, and the precision of the double is 15 digits after the decimal point. So that's a key difference to remember about float and double. If you are storing a smaller value, use float. If you are storing a larger value, then use double. Another important variable is called Boolean, and it can only store 2 possible values, true or false. So let's declare a Boolean variable, and the keyword for that is bool, and I'm going to say is married, and I'm going to assign it true, right? The possible values that you can assign to a Boolean variable is either true or false. There is no other value, right? You cannot assign a number, for example. You cannot assign string or character, just true or false. And if I display the value of this is married variable, we are not going to see true, but rather 1 for true, 1 digit 1, and 0 digit for false. So if I save changes and I compile the code and run it for you guys, you're going to see 1 for true and 0 for false. So if I change the value of is married to false and save changes again, recompile the code and execute, you're going to see 0 here. So that's it. These are the basic fundamental data types we use in our program.